Hi, everybody. This is Lou Pamonti, and this is Music from the Inside. I thought it would be fun to look at something I did on a recent record. I had to compose an intro to a blues song for a record. Now, often when you're on a session, the producer will turn to the piano player and go, we need an intro for this, Lou. Can you come up with something? So I was doing an Anne Murray record about, probably 20 years ago. And it was the Duets album. And the famous Phil Ramone was the producer. He came up to me and he said, Lou, we need an intro. And, you literally got about a minute to come up with an intro. So I was recording an album for a good friend of mine, John Finley, a fabulous soul singer. And we were doing a track called Who Will the Next Fool Be? Famous old blues song. It's in C and it's a 12/8 feel. And we needed an intro. So I thought it would be interesting to look at that and see what I did. Here's the intro on the record.
After you get rid of me.
And that's it. I'm going to play it for you now, and you'll be able to follow along on the virtual keyboard. So have a look. Now, as you can see, I didn't stay strictly 3-chord bluesy. When I play a blues, I like to put passing chords in and all kinds of stuff. So I've written it out for you, and we'll put it up on the screen now. There's the sheet music, so you can learn how to play that. But I'm going to take it bar by bar, and we're going to see what I did. It's in C. We start with just a simple, which is a great way to start. Now that is a C9 chord going to a G7 altered chord. So it's got a raised fifth and a raised ninth to the flatted ninth. My next move, trying to get to the 4 chord, is so that's a G flat 13 chord with the E flat on the top, which is the E flat note. So when you put it all together, now next I wanted to get to the 2 chord, which in this case is a D7 chord. In our cycle of fifths, there's always the 5 of 5. So the 5 of D is A. So I hit the A in the bass and then walked up in tenths. So from a D9 chord now to a G7 sus chord. G7 sus. And then a classic blues sleep. So now this time I'm going to do the same melodic move that I made in the first bar. You might notice that the chords are different though. So instead of going like I did on the first bar, instead I'm using a hybrid technique of E flat triads and G flat triads over the G shell voicing in my left hand. So now you could spell that out and call it what it is. That's a sharp 5, sharp 9 to, which is a flat 9. But in reality, it's a hybrid chord of an E flat triad over a G shell voicing D flat for shell voicing, and then it resolves to the C9 chord of that. So, and then it resolves to the C9 chord. Have a look at the sheet music again, and let's listen to it once more time.
After you, get rid of me.
And I think it works very nicely going into the song of Who Will the Next Fool Be? So I tried to keep it in the same context, the same genre, the same style, but also I wanted it to be something original. Hi, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and by all means hit the subscribe button so we can keep improving. Thanks.